Hi, welcome to this short introduction of the CoBRA Scheme, the Community Bulb Recycling Alliance. Before I get started, I just want to say some personal thanks for coming forward and volunteering to take part. It's through people like yourselves that we're able to clean up our communities and help our councils and landfills, so thank you very much indeed. This presentation is cut up into easily accessible sections, so you can review it again at any time under the Resources tab of your online account. But we do ask that you watch it in its entirety now, as we'll ask you to sign a digital signature to say you've done that. By now you should have found a suitable location for your Bulb Storm Mini. As soon as this presentation is through, we'll get an email to say that you've gone through this login process, and we'll send out your Bulb Storm Mini and the safety equipment to you. We're going to go over a little health and safety with you now. Obviously use the safety equipment we send you. We also suggest you use a long sleeved shirt or something to protect your arms, as bulbs are breakable, and they also contain mercury, so the handling of them is quite important. When you've got your load on board, make sure you don't drive over any particularly bumpy ground, but the rest is mainly common sense. I'm going to show you a little bit about the Bulb Storm Mini, which you'll receive in the post from us. How it works is the bulbs are dropped in through the top, and they are then cascade down through these tier system, protecting them as they go, so they don't drop straight to the bottom, and it reduces the damage of the bulbs. Inside you'll find this inner tier. When you go to remove it, slide it out, but be careful when you do so, because the bulbs sometimes collect on the bottom tiers. So give it a little shake as you remove it and slide it out like this. Then simply move the inner tier over to one side, and inside you'll find a plastic liner with the bulbs at the bottom. We ask that you keep the plastic liner inside the box while you seal it, and you do this like this by gathering it up and then using one of these cable ties. It's important that you use these cable ties to do it, as they signify what's inside the package. As you close it up, make sure that it's fairly tight but not crushing the bulbs. And then simply pull the cable tie to, and you're ready then to lift it out of your Bulb Storm Mini and into your transport box. Once it's in the transport box, simply put the lid back onto the transport box and you're ready to put that in your car. Before you do, reline the Bulb Storm Mini with a new plastic liner, and then lastly slide the inner liner back into the Bulb Storm Mini, making sure that the flap is forward so that it comes in line with the opening on the top. Then close that by pushing it to, and then close the top of your Bulb Storm Mini to complete the exercise. All you now need to do is lift the transport box and put it into your car. In the UK, CFLs, or low energy light bulbs, are considered hazardous waste, so the movement of this hazardous waste requires a consignment note. We're going to go over the consignment notes now. There should be 3 consignment notes. You need to sign and date and time your delivery here. The only other thing you need to fill in is the weight. Now, a Bulb Storm Mini when full carries about 10 kilograms. So if it's a full load you're collecting, you just need to put in here 10 kilograms. If it's less than that, just estimate half a weight be 5 kilograms, for example. What you then need to do is hand it over to a representative on site. It doesn't have to be the manager. They just need then to sign and date and time your visit as well. The only other part that needs filling out on the form is at the bottom, which will be done by the people at your drop-off location. If you give all 3 of the forms to them, they'll sign, date and time your arrival. And then all 3 forms just need to be handed over with your load to the collection point. The only exception to this is as if your location where your bulb store mini is stored is registered with the Environment Agency. If you're unsure about that, you just need to look at the code at the top of the form. If it says EXE, it means it's exempt, and therefore all 3 parts of the form need to go to the drop-off location. If there's any other code in there, it means that the store where your bulb store mini is located is registered with the Environment Agency, and that means the top copy will stay with them and they will keep that for you. But apart from that, just take all 3 copies with you to the drop-off point. You can access these consignment notes in your online account at any time, but remember to print out all 3 copies, a blue, white and pink copy, before you make your visit. Under the Resources tab of your online account, you'll find a Premises Owner letter. You'll receive one of these in your starter pack when you get it through the post. Basically, the Premises Owner letter outlines a little bit more about the scheme. It also outlines the risk assessment changes they'll need to make. It's a very simple thing, but it just makes them aware of that process. And lastly, it's who to contact if they have any questions themselves. Inside your starter pack, you'll also find one of these posters. They're to put up around your community to let people know that they have availability of recycling CFLs or low energy light bulbs in the area. If you want to just write in this section here the location of your bulb store mini so that people know where to go, and if you want to, you can also put your contact name and number in there, but that's optional. At any time, if you require any more of these posters, you can access these through the Resources tab of your online account. Okay, lastly, we ask you to read and understand the terms and conditions, which are just below this presentation, and then to sign the digital signature to say that you've seen and agreed to those. We suggest also that you let your insurance company know of the work that you're doing on behalf of your community. And at any time, if you want to revisit this presentation, you can do so on your online account. Okay, there we are. Short and sweet, I hope. As soon as you receive your starter pack, do let us know by email or by phone so we can update the online map and let it reflect your location. Anytime you want to contact us, please do so. You'll find all the information on the website, and all the other information you need will be under the Resources tab of your online account. So for now, thank you very much indeed.